want to turn this spawner into an actual grinder. So what I'm going to do is make it so that these skeletons all collect to the back area and then get sent to the top. Then after they're at the top, I'll have them drop all the way back down to an enchanting area that I'll have there. So we'll be able to do our enchanting and get our XP from the skeletons. And at the same time, of course, we'll collect the normal drops, so like the bones and arrows. And I'm thinking I want to have it be able to change between the automatic item collection mode or the XP grinder mode, depending on whether or not we're enchanting up there. The design I'm going with is one by Ilmango, so you know it's got to be good. But basically, it just collects all of them into the center hole, and then it launches them up with an elevator and drops them back down. And I'm also going to be making sure to make the design that has the optimal rate so that I get the most drops out of this as I can. There we go. Then I break these, and break this, break that, and break that. Then it should all collect to the center area, and from here I'll launch them up using soul sand to make a water elevator. To get the best rates, what you have to set up is a flushing system, and this way you could push any mobs that spawn on top off of the spawner so it doesn't take up the spawning space, but it also makes sure that you don't waste the spawning space and make the rate slower. So in order to do that, you create a tripwire system, but I'll link the Ilmango video down in the description below. But basically you just make a platform here with a tripwire hook, and you could basically detect if they spawn here. And I didn't connect one of them. Oh, right here. There we go. So if it spawns on top, then this triggers, and you'll have a trap door on the top that releases water. So I put this here, and then I fill this with water, and I make this have a redstone line that enables the trap door. So now I run a line on top here, and put the redstone there, and all along the top. So now, if it triggers, you'll see the water comes out. Now to prevent the water from spilling everywhere, I'm going to use fence gates because that's what Ilmango used, and that way you'll be able to block the water and also won't take up any of the spawning spaces for the skeletons. So put it over here, and at the end. And if you open them all, they'll just be completely open blocks, but they'll block the water. So let's say I'm a skeleton and I spawn on top of the spawner, then the water comes over and pushes me off. So the coordinates were 54 and 76, so I have to keep digging this way until I get to that. I'm almost there. 54 is in a few more blocks. And here we go. So this is the position, and I'll just dig all the way down from here. And if we intersect, which we should, then that's where I'm going to put our tunnel. There we go. So that's where the skeletons are going to be shot up. And then I have to measure the proper fall distance. So it's going to go up to that enchanting room, go past it. Then they're going to flow to the side and drop down so that they get down all the way to like half a heart. And now I'm going to build these guys up. So now I went all the way down, and now I'm going to dig until I get back to our tunnel that we had earlier. It should drop me all the way back down to the spawner. Yep. Oh man, that was kind of dangerous. So now we have to fill this up so that we get our water elevator. But the only issue is that we need this to all be source blocks. But I have heard of a trick where you use kelp in order to make the water source blocks go up to the top. So I'm going to see if that works. So if I remember correctly, the trick is that you can use the kelp in non-water source blocks in order to turn them into source blocks. So I'm going to put this at the top, and then I'm going to jump down there and spam the kelp. So I think that's how it works. So I'm going to swim all the way down. And this right now, yeah, see the bubbles don't actually work since it's not source blocks. But I've heard if you put kelp, it turns it into source blocks. Maybe it has to go all the way up. Maybe the bottom. Oh, whoa. Oh, there we go. It does work. Okay, cool. So the whole thing was converted to water source blocks, and now the water elevator pushes you up if you're inside of it. All right, so I just dug out a little bit into the mountain just so I could line this up, but the water is right on that side. So I put the slab over here because this is where they should drop down. So I'm going to go to the top, connect the tunnel up, also put the water in, and then cover this tube. There we go. And then I get this guy. And I can't see. So now I have to put the water right over here. Oh no! Oh! Nice! Now I could cover up without being dead. Okay. That should be good. Now we should be able to test this with their skeletons now. All I have to do is knock the torches out. Alrighty, so I have to get in, knock out all the torches, and get out without... Okay, I have to also make sure I don't want any light in here. I'm going to exit through there, so I'm going to have to... Let's see where all the torches are. Okay, well, first I'll patch this up. Oh man, it's looking dark already. Okay, I think I'm just going to... Oh, there's one. Knock that one out. Oh, skeleton in here. Nope. Oh, I forgot my shield. Knock this one out. Come on. Come on. Knock this one out. Oh, no, there's one more. Oh, it's on the side of the spawner. Great. Okay. Let me just get my shield. Knock it out. And go, 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 go. Oh, no, no, no. I'm stupid. Oh, no. Let's go. Okay, now I get out of here. Hey, stop. There we go. Now, hopefully, it should be working. Now, I didn't actually check the range of the spawner to make sure it'll work from the very top. But I think it should be fine. If not, I could always just lower this a bit. Oh. Oh, I guess they're dying. I guess I need to raise that up a bit. Or I could lower the top, but I'll just do this for now. Oh, there we go. And then... Boop. There we go. Okay, that's the right height. Okay, so I moved this a bit down, and I could cut the top off now. And they should fall to the correct height now, as opposed to dying. And I'm also adding a hopper just to more easily collect their drops, so my inventory doesn't fill up every time I come here. But that should be it for now. Now I could set up my enchanting table and everything like that, because right now it seems like it's working perfectly fine. Now I'm going to set up my enchanting table, which I actually haven't even crafted yet. So I did get the obsidian from it, and I have some diamonds right over here. And I'll just slap the bookshelves there. Once I get more, I'll put more down, obviously, but I have to get more leather for that. But there's actually a hoglin farm in the nether someone made, so I'm going to go over there. And while I'm at it, I'm actually going to craft an anvil, since I'm getting those bows, and I'm going to craft myself a nicer bow than what I have right now. And I haven't actually made an anvil yet, but I am making my first one right now. Boop, and there we go. In the roof of the nether here, someone has already set up a hoglin farm. I believe it was Gravital. I'm just going to AFK at this thing for a little bit. Awesome, so now I'm going to put up all my bookshelves. Boop, boop, boop. And I think you could go in the corner. I'll check. I found Fortune 2 on my pickaxe, so I'm going to get that. Ooh, and I also got Efficiency and Unbreaking, so that's nice. So what I did was, in my cave, I actually had some extra diamonds, and I was waiting to get a Fortune enchantment, because I knew I was going to do the enchantment table soon. So now I'm going to go back down there and actually harvest those diamonds. Also, real quick, I'm going to make myself a really good bow based on all these drops. Now I'll get a power 3, unbreaking, then I'll put this guy in. Let's see, 7, 15. Oh, definitely not that way. Okay, I'll put it this way. So power 4, unbreaking 2, punch 1. And I can get power 5. There we go. Let me just repair it. Oh no, 9, and I have 6. I'll just grind some more, and then I'll repair it. Oh wait, never mind, there we go. I got it. Perfect. So now I can get this, and there we go. Got a really powerful bow, so power 5 and breaking 2, punch 1, which is pretty good. I also made myself a nice sword called the Boopinator, and I got sharpness 5, fire aspect 2, and sweeping edge 1, so it's a pretty good sword. I got a bunch of pickaxes and enchanted these, and I also got a bunch of books. I'm just using these to try to get some good books, which I actually did. I got some efficiency, which I put on my pick. So I got a Fortune 3 pick, so I'm using that instead of my Fortune 2 now. And I also got Silk Touch by itself, so I added the efficiency book and unbreaking book that I got on top of that. So now I have these 3 pickaxes, the Silk Touch, Fortune, and my normal pick. I just went on a mining trip, and this is all the stuff that I got. What I did was I used Silk Touch in order to get the ores, because I don't want to carry all of my pickaxes on me in case I die or something like that. And also, the ores take up less space than the items do, since, you know, the single ore breaks up into multiple items. So after I bring it back, I take my fortune pick and then I lay it out. I'm not gonna, actually I'll do it here. And just lay the ores out and mine it with my fortune pick so that I can store the items right away instead of having to carry it all around in my inventory. Fortune, yep. Okay, now I'm gonna go and mine all of these guys, and I should get a lot more than with just my normal mining. Now I'm getting a lot more diamonds than I was before, and I think I'm gonna go mining a little bit more. I'm gonna make myself a diamond chest plate, just since I have enough for it now. Oh, cover me with diamonds, nice. And I also want an axe. So I'm gonna get this axe and I'm gonna enchant both the axe and the chest plate. Hopefully I'll get something good. If not, I could always just throw it through the grindstone and try again. Let's see what I could get. So chest plate in, unbreaking. Okay, let's hope there's more than just unbreaking. Okay, protection 3, that's pretty good. I actually have more protection books, so I'll probably put that on. And axe, efficiency 4, nice. And unbreaking 3, nice. Okay, that's a pretty good axe. Now that we have a steady supply of bone meal and bones in general coming from our skeleton farm, what I want to do is create stuff to actually use it. First, I'm going to start with a kelp farm, I think, because this will provide me with fuel. And I think you could also turn it into XP, but I'm not exactly sure how much it gives you from smelting. But I'm going to have to get kelp for fuel anyways, so I'm going to set this up no matter what. Right now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to have like just 3 places for kelp to grow and 2 dispensers per kelp. And it's going to just spam bone meal into it so it'll grow, and then I'll just get pistons to punch it out from the side. So I brought my water here so I could get my infinite water source, and what I'm going to do is fill up 1 tube because I want to test if adding more dispensers would actually help, but that means I would need to power more, but I just want to check it. So I'm going to put dispenser, and some glass, and I'm going to go all the way up. So we got water here and water here, there and there. Now let's see if the kelp, I want to see if the kelp actually gets bone mealed properly from this dispenser if it goes too high. So I'm going to climb out of here and test it out. The bottom one. Okay, it worked. So it powered both of them, so it grew too high. Yeah, that one is 2, that one is 4, which means that's a total of 6, which means 3 was used. Yep. So it seems like adding dispensers will help. So I think I'll do 2 layers of dispensers. So there's going to be a total of 4 dispensers per kelp. Now I'm trying to test, because I don't always work with red zones. I'm trying to test what will power this and what won't power all 4 of them. So I'm going to try run power like this. And I'll cut it off here, so it should be pointing in. I just don't know if this is going to power both of them or not. So what I'm going to do is stick an item in all 4 dispensers. So I'll stick a piece of redstone dust in there, a piece of cobblestone in there, a piece of dirt in here, and diorite in here. So if I power this, I'll be able to see how many of them fired by what is actually inside. And it looks like we have dirt, cobble, stone, and I think they all went. Okay, and diorite. There we go. Dirt, cobblestone, diorite. Okay. So I think that'll work. I also want to make sure I run it to these ones. So if I want to do that, I'll have to flip this. So I'll do it like this, like that, and like that. Cut this off so it points in. Cut this off so it points in. And this is pointing in there. And I'll do the same over here. So points in and goes up here. Redstone, redstone, cut it off there, cut it off there. So this is pointing in, this is pointing in, this is pointing in. So they should all be powered by doing that. And for the clock, I think I'll use a basic comparator clock. And if you don't know how that works, it's basically just a comparator and 3 pieces of redstone. So it goes like this. And let me replace this with andesite. Then comparator, dust, 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 put it to subtract mode, and it should connect. So let me make sure it reaches. Let me test this. If I power it, I want to make sure it goes all the way to the end. Ooh, it's cutting it close. Okay, it does make it to the end. So I should be good with this clock. It's a very basic comparator clock, and all it does is spam. What I need to make sure is that this is grown before I extend a piston, which I will add on top. So I just have to make sure that this piston is also powered, which shouldn't be too hard. Actually, I might be able to just put a redstone dust going up there. And then yeah, so this one will no longer point into here, but instead we'll be powering it from the center, and it'll power the piston and it'll power both of the dispensers. I'll put a torch in here, so if I see the torch come out, then I'll know it works. And is the torch in there? I can't tell. Oh, it is in there. Perfect. So it does work. Alright, so I loaded all of them, and this should work once I hit this lever, so we'll see what happens. Either we're going to get a whole lot of kelp, or we're not going to get any kelp because it pushes before it grows, but let's see. And it looks like it's working because I see kelp, and I'm also lagging quite badly. Oh man. I'm going to stop this after like 5 seconds. Okay, let's see what we got. I see a whole lot of kelp at the top there, which looks promising. Let's see. Kelp, kelp, kelp. Oh, some got stuck at the bottom. That's interesting. We got 3 stacks total. I think that's pretty good. And I mean, we should be getting at least 1 per bone meal. So the rate doesn't really matter too much, because if I need it, I'll turn it on and then. After inspecting it, it actually turned out that the kelp was not being grown every single time. So it would like skip, 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 and then it would grow and then get crushed. So what I did was I staggered the growing and the pushing. Or not really staggered it, but what I did was I have this main clock here that's running all of the bone meal, the stuff that we set up earlier. But then I also have it hooked up to another clock of the same type. But this time there's a repeater. So this one goes slower than this one, which means it has a chance to grow before it actually tries to crush the kelp. So if I show you the clocks here, you'll notice this one is spamming like constantly, and then this one is a bit slower. You could compare between this redstone and that redstone. And another bonus thing about this is that I think I could control the height that I grow the kelp to by just hitting that switch. There we go, okay. And to collect these, I think I'm going to try to get some flowing water, and I'll put it in this corner over here. If I fill this in, it should flow, and I can break that, and I think it should stay flowing. I had to change up the kelp collection system because some of the kelp kept getting stuck on the side of the blocks instead of going into the channel. So I put the water in the corner here instead of inside of the actual kelp tube, and it pushes all of the kelp over, and it seems to be working mostly fine. Sometimes I'll get like a few pieces stuck in the bottom, but it's not usually too much. Now that I have most of the stuff that I want in this room mostly finished, I want to decorate the room so it doesn't look all stony and crap. And what I'm going to go with is I'm going to carry over the same log features that I've had inside of my room, my storage room, and this bridge. But instead of using wood or stone for the walls or dirt or anything like that, I'm going to be using yellow terracotta. So I'm just going to see how it looks, and if I don't like the look, I might change the color out. However, I did like the look of yellow terracotta with the spruce quite a bit, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to try to finish up the decoration here. The front is looking quite plain, so I want to make it look a lot more interesting than a flat plain wall. And by the way, I'm just letting Embletts use my skeleton farm and get some bows from there so he could upgrade his gear. But I want to break up the monotony of this wall, but the issue is that I'm noticing right now it's an even wall, so I won't be able to just put a post in the center. And I think if I just stick posts here, let's see, so center's here. If I stick it there and there, it might look a bit too crowded. Yeah, I think it's a bit too crowded, so I don't think I'll put posts there. What I think I'll do is try to create kind of shelves or windows or anything like that to try break it up, and maybe also some like potted plants. So if I want a window, because I am planning on putting a farm on this side, so I don't really want to make a window that looks into redstone. I'm planning on putting a mini farm here, so I think I'm gonna put a window on like over here. But since this is I pushed the wall to the inside, so the wall is actually 3 thick, so you can't actually see inside until over here where the post is. So I actually might not do a window. Might just do some detail work on the side with some potted plants. So maybe something like this. Something like that maybe with the plants. Actually, that's too big for the size of the plants. I think I'll do a single stair. Maybe with some trapdoors on the side. Yeah, I think that's alright. So let's try that on this side. And in the center, I'll just try, I'll leave a window here for now. Is that even centered? It is centered. I'll put a window over here. Probably like that. And like that. And if the farm makes it look ugly, the mini farm I'll put in makes it look ugly, then of course I'll change it. And now I want something, oh, I think I'll put trapdoors again. Maybe something like that. Or maybe up in the front. No, I don't really like that. Looks a bit odd. I think I want something to actually complement the windows directly. Yeah, now as you'll notice, I created a temporary skin, so I have like a log helmet, and my body has like this little command block thing, which you could kind of see if I hide this. So the inside is just like a black jacket with jeans, and I have a command block in the center of my body. And when I put the armor on, it's kind of, the texture is kind of like a furnace or a piston kind of. Alrighty, so right now I'm actually pretty happy with this. It's pretty plain. All I did is basically add some supports on the side. But what I want to do is add some vegetation, because I totally forgot about detailing by using like 2 high plants and coarse dirt and gravel and dirt at the base. So I think I'm going to grab some of that. So I'll add some of this coarse dirt here just to add some variation into the ground. So there, maybe there. Oh, and I could also use path blocks. So let me add this. Boom, boom. And I'll add some of these. So I was going to add fences on the side here, but then I realized you can't actually put the fence right next to, oh crap, right next to the trapdoor. So I ditched that idea since it looked weird with the fence floating by itself there. So I'm just going to put some lilac. Oh no, it's going to block the window because I can't put it next to the trapdoor. I might actually remove these. It won't look as nice, but I'll actually be able to put some more stuff. Ooh, I don't like how that offsets. That's unlucky. What about this side? Yeah, that side's fine. I think I could just go like that. Oh wow, it's in the block. Perfect. Okay, that one's good. And then I could just maybe add some more vegetation or something. Or I might actually just go with that fence idea. I think I'll put the fences all the way up like that actually and remove those trapdoors. I don't know, I'll just mess around with it. Might actually add another shelf underneath. But instead of the trapdoor like earlier, which is too thin, maybe something like that to continue it over basically. And maybe add lilac, something like that. And also something I sometimes do is I add a trapdoor here so you could like close the window. Oops. Something like that. So then you could it's kind of like shutters for the window, since you can't really open it sideways. But yeah, I think this is good for now.
It's still really
Nice.
like
Right here,
progress.
look at the
Where
sign.
were you guys getting the name tags from?
Villagers.
Oh, right.
We have
I
a
still have to
trading
set
hall
up,
over there.
yeah, I have to set up. I have my villagers for my trading hall, but I didn't set up the breeding or the trades yet.
Yeah, these two signs are very important to understand the whole thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So there, we're gonna have the gift shop over there.
A gift
You
shop? Where, are you gonna sell like the heads?
Yes, we're gonna sell taxidermy.
Nice.
Also, we
Totally
have a guardian.
taxidermy and not just severed heads.
We also have this really big cage over here.
For Oh wow, wow, nice, 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 very well played.
Yeah.
You should just make it like a huge shape. Like it should be like super tall. So when people see it from the outside, they're like, "Whoa, what are you storing in there?" And then they go over here and check out the signs.
Good idea.
It's like a
Yeah, we
central
should.
tower.
He just, whenever he sees one, he just has to hug one.
Nice. Oh, you guys got the brewing
Yeah.
stands too? Yeah, I think I'm gonna
That
set up
guy.
a blaze farm with Lolliot soon.
Oh, nice. Those
Oh.
are really nice
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
furnace fuel.
Oh yeah, that's what I think. That's what it's mainly for XP and for furnace fuel. Right now, I also have a kelp farm I'm using for fuel right now. If you guys want kelp, it's like dried kelp smelts 20 blocks per block of kelp, so it's
Oh,
also
wow.
pretty good fuel.
That's pretty good.
I don't know
I
how many
wonder if-
blaze rods. Yeah, I think blaze rods might be better, but I'm not really sure. Oh, nether wart too. Can I
don't
take
have
one?
that actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
is this Xers?
Yeah.
I'll take one too.
Okay, I'll
But
just
it's
take it.
it's both of our base.
Cool. I'll take one so I could get a bit nether wart to farm that. Yeah, I think it would be good to get our shop location chosen. So instead of using llamas, like Lolly is doing right now, we could get an
Yeah.
actual shop buildings.
Wait, let me check if it's over here.
You
'Cause I'm not
gotta,
completely-
you gotta say though, that is pretty creative.
Yeah, the llamas.
wouldn't
That's
fu-
pretty funny. Oh, this creeper!
I wouldn't thought of that.
Oh man, they're all spawning here because they have nowhere else to spawn.
Top 10 famous last words.
Whoa.
There's a creeper there.
For the
Oh, is that a normal mob farm up there?
I don't know. I asked Exor if we have a mob farm and he said no, but that's also right there. It looks like the
Let's go check
very
it out.
common mob farm design.
Yeah, it does. Looks like Xer is going for like full
Full-on
productivity and yeah. Does Xer do like building stuff or is it mostly like machines? I'm gonna check out this tower.
Mostly machines, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it looks like I'm gonna check this out. Wait, he doesn't have a grinder here?
Yeah, he doesn't. That's what I was asking him
Oh,
about.
I
and
have
he
a
said no.
skeleton grinder if you want to use that.
Oh, do you charge for using it?
No, you can just use it.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No, it doesn't cost me anything. Just leave the drops in there.
Yeah.
What the heck is this? Is that the FK platform?
Uh,
5 pieces of dirt?
I just don't question what Exor does.
Nice. Is this
Yeah, that's the thing with different
Oh,
times. That's everything.
No!
not a
No!
huge
Did you
deal.
just die? Nice. Nice.
I am good at video games.
We're collecting these llamas.
Oh, you guys actually use llamas? I never know what to use them for.
No, we're just putting them in the zoo.
Oh. I'm gonna go on like
yeah.
I'm gonna go find some honeybees because I know there's some near Lollia. Unless he already took them.
Oh, wait. I
Hmm?
think there might be one in here.
In where?
In there.
I'm not
I
with you
dropped a.
guys.
No, I'm right next to you.
Wait,
Do you
what?
see me?
Oh no, I don't see you.
Oh, I'm right in front of you.
What the heck? You're right here?
No.
Yeah, that happens.
I just-
Whoa, it's your ghost. Wait, where are
Yeah,
you?
that
I'm gonna try to look at you and try to punch you. Where are you?
I'm right in front of you right now. You can't hit me?
No, I'm just getting hit by ghosts. You could just like
Yeah,
beat
that
me to
happens
death and I wouldn't be able.
sometimes.
Oh,
It's like
you just. Oh, there you are. You just appeared. Nice.
That's like
Oh,
a
maybe me grabbing the llama.
nether portal.
Wait, where'd you get this? You're just holding a bee nest?
I just had one in my inventory,
Nice.
and I'm pretty sure it has a bee in it. At
It has
least
a
one.
bee in it? Nice. Okay, thanks. I'll take that. Boop. So we got one beehive with I think there's a single bee inside of here, so I'm gonna go get some more. And I know that there are some beehives near Lolliot's house, and that's about 600 blocks this way, so I'm gonna go exploring for a little bit and see if I could find some and bring it back. I needed my silk touch to get it, so I'm glad I have that now. So I'm gonna go get those guys and maybe also set up a bee farm this episode. because I do want the honey blocks, because I could set up, basically I could use them as slime blocks, because I have an idea for setting up launchers to propel myself between parts of the mountain. So for example, if there's like a 10 or 5 block gap, I could press a button and then the honey blocks will just go boing and send me across the valley. Alrighty, so I finally found a beehive right over here, and I'm gonna assume the bees are in here because I don't see them running around. So I have my silk touch pick here, and if I get the, oh no wait, I think I have to put a campfire under it. And campfire. Alrighty, so you put this under here to smoke out the bees, or not smoke them out, but make them not angry. Oh crap! Oh, scared the freaking, and I'm out of arrows. Nice. Okay. Oh, I think I saw a creeper. Or not. Oh, it's a zombie. No. Okay, let me stick this campfire here. Oh, wow, that gives out a lot of light. Okay, I heard the bees. I don't know what that means, but I think it's safe to take it now. There we go. I got it. Total bee location. Cool. Move a bee nest. Oh, 3 bees inside. That's good. Oh, why is this guy so fast? If I die, that would be so stupid. With that other beehive that I got from MiningCow, I should have 4 bees and a total of 2 breeding pairs. So I'll be able to get as many bees as I would like. Now I'm just following this coastline all the way back because I know I could get home back to spawn if I just follow this down. Just have to go in between this cool mountain formation and the plains, and it should lead me all the way back home. Right here. Oof. Let's see if I could not hit the sides. No, 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 no. Oh. Ah. Yeah, I'm not very good at the boats, but I got through. And there's the stone egg built by Mikisek, and I think MiningCow also helped with that. And I'm just gonna plop these guys down right over here. I'll probably move them somewhere else. Oh, there they go. Cool, and I'll put the poppies down, and I think they should start putting honey in, and if I breed them, they should make some baby bees. Cool, cool. And I need this one to come out so that this one could have a partner. Now I'm gonna harvest the beehives, so I'm not exactly sure how you have to do it, but I'm pretty sure you still have to put the campfire so they don't piss them off. So I'm gonna do that, and I think you could shear them for the wax. Maybe? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, cool. So I got the wax, and then can you also get honey at the same time, or do you have to choose one or the other? Okay, looks like you have to choose one or the other, so I'll get honey from here. Oh, you only get one. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely set up a farm then. Alrighty, so I laid out my different ideas for the ceiling, and I'm thinking that the dark oak is definitely not something I'm going to choose, since it basically matches the actual logs, and I want the logs to provide a framework and contrast from the main portion of the ceiling, so a matching color is not really the way to go, I don't think. So the birch I think kind of stands out a bit too much, but I'm not really sure, so I think I'm going to do a bit more experimentation. And I was also deciding whether or not I should bring the ceiling half a slab down like this, or if I should just keep it full. And I'm kind of feeling like it's a bit too small to do the half slab, even though it does give a bit more detail. So I think what I'm going to do is decide between these two. And actually, something I just noticed, I think I should replace this with a beam to give this a bit more separation. Yeah, and just because it's more consistent with the style. So as I was running back here, I just realized 2 things. First of all, the birch really sticks out, like it's completely draws your attention. It's way too bright, so I'm not going to use that. And I also totally forgot to use oak, so I definitely need to try that out. So I'm going to put that over here. Let's see how that looks. It actually looks pretty good, so I might use that. Because it's not the same material we used for the floor and for the exterior roof, but it's also not too bright or too dark. So I think I'll try that out and see how it looks. An idea I just had is to variate the oak plank texture I'll have on the ceiling with other blocks that have interesting bottom textures. So these beehives actually have a kind of oak texture on the bottom, except it looks a bit different. I mean oak color, but the texture is a bit different. And also these composters, they're a bit too dark I think, but they're interesting. I might use them, I might not. I'll just mess around. And I also want to see what other blocks there are that might have an interesting bottom. So these were the only things I ended up testing, and I think the beehive is really the only one that goes well with oak planks. This one's a loom right here, but the bottom has like a really weird texture. It's almost like a vent as opposed to actual wood, so I'm not going to use that one. So I'll put these guys back in my chest. Owie! Oh no, the bees! Ow! Why are they attacking me? What? I didn't even hit them! I was in the storage room! What? No, they're chasing me now. Ah! What the? What did I do? What? What? How far do they chase? Do they keep chasing me forever? No. No way. What? I didn't even do anything. I was literally opening my chest. What? No! What the heck? Do they just randomly get angry at you? That was the weirdest thing ever. So I just realized while editing this why they attacked me, and it was because I broke the beehive, forgetting that if you do that around bees, which I had nearby, then they would all get pissed off at you and try to kill you. Uh-oh, water. Okay, everything should be sealed off, so I think it's fine. Alrighty, so I think I could mostly call this room done. It looks pretty nice now. All that's left is adding the farm, which I may or may not do today, but other than that, the actual appearance looks alright. I may change up the lighting, because right now I'm just using torches, but honestly, it kind of fits the aesthetic of the room, especially with the placement that I did, but the center of the room here is kind of empty, so I might add some sort of lighting inside of the ceiling. And since this is an oddly spaced ceiling, I could just stick it like right somewhere around here, or maybe over here, something like that. I might do like a recessed glowstone or shroom light with a trap door on it, so I'm actually going to try that out right now. And actually, instead of any of that nether stuff, I'm just going to be using some jack-o'-lanterns, and I think I'll just align it in the center, so one right over here, right there, and I'll put a trap door on it, and maybe two right here just to center it. Boop boop. Trapdoor, and I don't think I'll put one there because that's kind of right next to the edge. Let's see how that looks. I mean, honestly, it's not too bad, although I don't really like how they stick out. I might recess it all the way in. Let's see how that looks. If I put this here and trapdoor, oh no, that's even worse, because now you can see it from the edge. Definitely just gonna put it in the front with a trapdoor on it. Yeah, it's alright. I think I might want to change it out so it's not a jack-o'-lantern, because the orange really like looks odd in the middle of the brown ceiling. But for now, I'll keep it.